Hello, good day. This is Roger Defoe, Excell and MIS consultant from RAD Software Systems. I'll be introducing you to a different method based on the version of Excel that you have. I am using the perpetual version for the basically your computer. The Microsoft 365 version has a very simple facility through the insert tab where you could basically create a series of checkboxes effortlessly. But in the perpetual version, we have to do it the old school way, where we have to activate the developer tab, and that is done through File, More Options, go to Customize ribbon, and find Developer tabs. Okay, so let's just choose main tabs for now. We do develop it or in my machine, but if it wasn't on my machine, not on your machine, you click Alt, then you click OK, then it will appear when pointing at here. Supposed to be towards the ending, um, starting from file going towards your right. Okay, so that's the brief intro there. Let's just say I'm going to do the example from scratch. Let's just say you have activities and you have got maybe a team or your household that you need to allocate. So like a mini rough project. And let's just say groceries for meeting. Let me just increase the size so that you can see a bit more. 150% and make sure I spell it properly. Okay, banking of funds for whatever the project is. Sending out reminder emails. To participants. Okay, we'll just keep it short because the thing with this, if it's a bit sort of like tedious in terms of the volume. Whether it be three like I'm doing now, whether it be maybe up to 100. If it gets like really voluminous like that, I suggest maybe you find an alternative way in Excel or use a database. But as I say, you've got to do it in Excel because it's pretty straightforward. You have to do in developer tab, go insert and look for the checkbox. Then you insert it where whichever cell that you need to do it. I just need an extra column in between. Remember, we are doing it from scratch. Okay, that's a decent size, and we will copy and paste. Right, right click each one. So that you can select it. You'll see a box around it of some sort. Okay, and after you do that, you need to go to shape format and realign it. So under align, you click, I'm going to do align left, but equally you can let's see, distribute horizontally. Yeah. Let me just move this to the bottom. It's a bit of like design work, sort of old school ways. That's just how it was. Right. So I want to have like a space and then increase the column, the row height. Let's put it up to say 25 in this case. We have enough space so we can see things effectively. And what I want to do is align this again and make sure it's thoroughly done properly. So we'll have to do things and then maybe center this. Okay, and move this across here. So get some design work done without going over the top. Merge this and then maybe we'll do a green background because it may need to basically merge within the overall design theme that I've got envisioned in my mind. Okay. All right. Now, as we've got these three bucks, we have got three team members. We added the text. I will give it pretty bland name, Joe Public. Joe Blogs for the second one. And Jane Doe for third. So you right click and delete the content and put what needs to be put in. So you can see if it's like a large number, you have to basically allocate this. So if it's possible to automate it through a macro, but yeah. Jane Doe. Right, I will just deselect that. What we need to do now is for each one, link the cell onto, let's call it a helper cell for want of a better name. Okay, and we will be toggling that between true and false to put a strike through. Okay, and if we deselect it, we click it, it appends true. So this will be hidden, or I will change the contents to, let's say, white, or the appropriate color given the color scheme. But it might just be easier just to hide the color. I can do something like that. So I'll unhide it for now as we are constructing the solution. So same as before, we link it to our cell. Format control, link cell, click OK. Then let's test it. Test it. Okay, this one we know why it's so different. There's a white font, white font. Okay, so that's the construct, and we do some conditional formatting. We do say more rules, and we want to use a formula to determine which cells to format. So the technique that we want is to identify contents with true. In the coordinates of each cell, you have got the letter and number, letter being the column and number being the row. A dollar sign before any of them basically makes it absolute, so it won't change. We need at least the rows, or because we are doing it through rows. But if you're doing it through columns, you have to adjust to suit. In my case, I'm doing it through rows, so I want at least that to change. You also have the option of making it all relative, but it's totally up to you. So we do format, we go effects, strike through it, show it's checked, click OK, click OK, and we can just test that. The reason why these haven't been strike through is because you can tell it has not been formatted. So we can do the quick technique is to use the format brush. We can test it, we see it works. So we just do the last one. Okay, so deselect, so we know they all work. I said earlier on, we'll just hide this out, make our life easier. Do the appropriate formatting. Yeah. Again, we will choose here. The format controls are a different color. This is a control, so as name implies, it's got a different management system. Whatever your color scheme is, you can do it that way or not. So let's just go and do the rest of the background. And just do a wide one. You can do the whole sheet or not. Again, it's pretty much flexible. Okay, here we'll add in a suitable color. All right, so we can test it out. Let's put it black. All right, and the font, I will again choose something that appropriate. So okay, that stands out. And that's our simple tracking list formatted in a suitable way. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. This is Roger DeFore. Your tip, I'll be doing a bit more frequently, at least once a week. So until the next point in time, bye-bye.